It is May 31st, approximately 8:30 in the morning or so. We are here on the 3rd floor, as you can see. These are staff boardrooms. This is where they have the municipal public defender's office, room 375. Here is their front door, and as you can see, again, they blatantly show violating the law, violating Chief Justice Directive 0404. As you can see, they specifically ask for the things that are excluded on page 2, and this is why there's a need for page 2, because if you are excluded for these reasons, then they have illegally violated your civil rights. On page 2, it explicitly tells you that these things do not matter. Okay, you do not have to show those, right?
That's why I came here 3 times.
But here they tell you that that's what you need to show to be able to prove it, right? Which is completely illegal. Have you been denied a public defender?
Well, no, I went 4 times. I went to Jefferson County, got approved immediately. Rapport County got approved immediately. They want me to handle my cases, but I can't get competent counsel.
So they're not giving you counsel here?
Yeah, they keep on denying. They keep on telling you have to show this, you have to show this. And 3 other counties.
You mind if I put you on video?
I'm good. I'm good. It's ridiculous. I show up and I try to get a public defender for competent legal counsel. I've gone 3 other counties, handled all my cases. I'm not perfect, but I'm handling my life and straightening it out. The other 2 counties, immediately, within 5 minutes of me putting the paper over the counter, same application is applied here, same exact one, I was approved immediately, both times. I lost my career. I had an $80,000 a year career. I was able to hire my own lawyer if I could. But I lost it because of this case specifically.
When were you last denied?
Just now.
Just now?
Like 45 seconds ago.
Okay, did you get a copy of that form?
No.
Okay, you should go back in.
I'm tired of getting. I gotta go to court.
You need to go back in there and get a copy of that and ask them why they were denied, and I'll follow you.
No, they're saying they won't even give me the paper. They won't even continue with anything. They won't even accept my application, which is the most asinine bullshit I've ever done in my life.
No, she was living currently with him.
Oh, and this is a situation where she's separated.
Exactly. She cannot be around him, so she had to go with my parents.
About a couple weeks ago or something. We're trying to figure out what the situation is going to be.
Okay, so, Sunday night, we moved her out Sunday night. So almost a week. And then on Wednesday, she went over there.
Okay.
So this is why we need a public defender. She's currently on bed rest for her job, so, and she has Medicaid and food stamps and.
Oh, that's great, because that is something we can use then to show the situation of how you're getting by. What we need is proof of the food stamps. And you usually get something once a year. There's something to show that.
So all of that is at his house and I'm on protection order. I cannot go.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just to let you know, this form on the back here, it lets you know your rights, okay, exclusively on this application. And just to let you know, TANF payments, food stamps, subsidized housing assistance, any one of those things are exclusively excluded. They are not to be included in your application. So she actually has no right to ask you that.
No, I told her.
Okay.
So through the state of Colorado, and that's the way we do it here in our office, we'll need food Medicaid and food stamps.
We go on, how can we do that?
Well, we make it pretty easy. Here are a couple of ways that you can actually go to a couple of locations. If you know how to log on, you can actually get that done free of charge at these 2 places. Provide that back for us, and then we will go into it.
Okay, because you guys close at 11:30, it's already.
But you can get this done on another day.
No, she has
I have court Monday. I need a defender.
Well, listen, we'll work with your situation. Here are a couple of options. Work on this afternoon if you want. Bring it all back to us Monday. We're going to open up 8:30 Monday.
She has court at 8:30 and 3F.
4 to 3F at 8:30 and say, need to finish up my public defender application. They'll check you in. You come right back over here and then we'll finish it up, get you everything that you need, and then you go back and get the to finish that up. People do that all the time. And
So what if I just don't even put my my food stamps or anything?
Well, that's how you're getting by. We're trying to come up with a way to show the court how you're getting by. And I think that's a pretty good way to go.
So say we went to the 1200,
Perfect.
if we went over there now
Yes.
and we got proof, we could get proof that she is currently on
Yes.
Medicaid and food stamps, and we bring it back with us Monday morning.
Yes.
And that would be her proof.
Perfect.
Okay, that's what we'll do
And
then.
I'm gonna put my initials here, that shouldn't be an issue. My name is Nancy. If you need to go say, oh, Nancy told me it was gonna, just say that. But I put my initials right here. Now, you're gonna take this with you. Let's go ahead and fill in a little more of this, but you can do that at home.
It's in-
I don't have any of that, so.
What we're trying to do is make it look like
Oh,
this
okay. We'll
application.
do NA.
So the
Okay.
answers could be NA.
So we take
0.
this paper and
Yeah,
bring it
just
back
take
Monday.
with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
We're gonna be here, we have our plan, and then the important thing is that we try to get you the representation. So
Okay.
we're trying to follow the state of Colorado guidelines as we do it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, it's nice to meet you. What can I do for you?
Hi, I'm giving you my application. What is your name, ma'am?
Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh, huh. Seems like I had someone with a similar name earlier.
Well, I mean, you guys can't represent me anyways because I'm a witness against you in a case, so
Oh, I
that'll be a
see.
conflict of interest.
I didn't know that.
I wouldn't expect you to, ma'am, because obviously you don't even understand Chief Justice Directive 0404,
Oh, I see. It's
which
right
directly mandates, I know even though you ignore me and act like if I'm not speaking to you,
Yeah.
if you guys look on the back of this form that tells you exactly what is excluded from your application, the things that you do not have to show. If you have the correct form, if you don't, it'll be right here. This will be considered page 2. If you notice in the bottom it says page 2 of 2. Okay, it tells you what it is. The only thing that you have to show as income. Okay, and then it tells you exactly expressively what it is that is excluded, that they are not allowed to ask you for. But this office feels that you need to go
Well, you
find
know-
them and show them proof of it, right, to prove your indigency, which is exclusively illegal. Right? That's why this form is made by the Chief Justice Directive of the state of Colorado to all judges in all courts, right?
All
So
right,
they can follow
Abadi,
the
can
rules.
I go ahead and visit with you? Because,
Sure.
it looks like maybe we could go ahead. You say that we are, well, how did you put it? You said that you are a conflict because of what? Because of what?
Or it doesn't matter. You can go ahead and put that in and approve me for that. We'll handle that later with the judge. I think that's
because
about.
I don't think you do have a conflict with us. I think we're okay.
Really?
I think we're okay.
So,
yeah.
so I'm a witness. I'm a witness against the public defender's office in a case.
Oh,
but
I
yet-
wasn't aware that you were. What case is it on?
I'm not going to give all that information. That can be handled out with a judge.
Okay, then I'm going to
Okay.
say no conflict at this time.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I already read through this.
Time may be witness, because sometimes it does take a while for this stuff to come to light.
Yeah, especially when it becomes to activists and protesters that are trying to expose the corruption of the city. It seems to be a lot harder to get defense.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do.
It's a scary thing to have your government being held not accountable, and they're being allowed to break the law and violate people's rights willy-nilly, and there's nothing that you can do.
You don't often hear willy-nilly. That is a good expression.
Yeah, I'm glad you find this amusing, ma'am.
Willy-nilly.
It's a terrifying thing in the city.
Well, Abadi,
It is a
I'm
very
sorry. I don't
terrifying
want to
thing.
make light of what you're going through, and I'm sorry about that. So let's move forward.
My friend is
The
being
case-
prosecuted for speaking up against it.
The case that you want help on
Yeah,
is
Yeah, the-
5660, isn't it?
there's 3 cases actually. I
Yeah,
have 2 disturbing the peace and a felony, all for protesting on a public sidewalk.
Okay, so I'm going to look at 5660 first. And looks like we can move forward on that one.
And if you think I'm nuts, right? You see all that that's written exclusively excluded?
Mm-hmm.
If you walk outside, right, tape to the door, it'll tell you what you need to bring, and it'll tell you that you need to bring all of the things that are expressly excluded. to prove your. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense to anyone, right?
All right, so I'm gonna look at this other one too and see if we can get on that one too. That one is,
She included. That's the way we do it here. She said, right? Meaning that we don't give a fuck about the law. You know, here we do our own thing. Sorry for you. And then people wonder why I dedicate my life to protesting and activism.
just, wait.
How many thousands of people, tens
Oh,
of
and I
thousands,
see,
denied it?
Abadi, I see you're due on Monday on this other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you are not working at the moment, right?
No, ma'am. I'm homeless. I live in a car.
Okay. You are single or married? Single?
Single.
Any children under 18?
No.
Nope. Now, are you staying at a shelter at all? What
I live in my car.
Yeah. What we're going to have to come up with.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're going to take what I got there. I fucking signed it under oath. You're going to take what I fucking gave you, and you're going to like it, and you're going to put it in. And it's above your fucking pay grade to either deny me or qualify me. So you better get that to a qualified hand and do the right thing, because I'm not going with that fucking bullshit. I know how it rolls. You better follow Chief Justice Directive 0404. You guys know I'm fucking right, because we made enough fucking noise in here that you guys got these applications, and you guys finally have the correct fucking application, right? Why? Because we're right, and you guys are fucking wrong. And I hope my words give me a fucking denial. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
I'm a First Amendment activist, and First Amendment lives in a really rough neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And my motto in life is fuck the
All
police.
right, so here you go, and you'll be in court on Monday.
Okay?
And whoops. I need
So am I denied, or?
Yeah, you're denied.
Oh, I'm denied? Awesome. Thank you, man. And thank you for doing that on video, which makes it even sweeter, right, for the evidence in court. Thank
There
you,
you
Nancy.
are, about it. Take care.
All righty.
Bye-bye.